Hey, hi. So now let's try to check various updates happening within the field of data science and a bit of AI. So we can say it's a combination of both data science and AI. So what are the kind of projects data scientists are working right now? So we all know there is ChatGPT, there is Gen AI and all that. So what are the kind of projects most of the data scientists are trying to work right now in the industry? Let me start with that. The very first one is data scientists are trying to work a bit on generative AI. The reason is not because of a data science is all about analytics or data science is all about insight gathering or data scientist is all about providing some predictive modeling. So before even we are looking about what exactly the data scientist going to do in a job versus what an AI engineer going to do in a job, let's try to see what data scientists are working in real time right now. They are working on one prompt engineering. So for the sake of chatbot development, hey, it's a concept of AI. Hey, why you are trying to say as a data science work? Not really. So like some data scientists are really working on prompt engineering for chatbot development. And again, they are working on RAG implementation. You're able to see here, they are trying to implement the RAG. So what exactly RAG is? Retrieval augmented generation. So if you take big companies like bookings.com or any of these big companies, they are still using RAG. So in order to work on various chatbot development things, so with the help of RAG implementation. And then another one, we are calling it as cross-selling and upselling. So we are able to perform a very good amount of dynamic recommendations with the help of generative AI. Another example, a data scientists are working. And another one is called as agentic architecture. So this is another area where data scientists are working. Now, before we are having the question mark, what is that question mark? Hey, Khan, all these examples which you said, they falls into a category of AI. Why you are seeing it as data science? So let's try to understand about that particular element a bit, and then I will be walking you through some of the coding of all the four elements, so you get an idea around it. Now, if you look at the definition of a data science, so what a data scientist, if you are a data scientist or if you're planning to be a data scientist primarily focus on extracting insights. So from large data sets, so now with the help of statistical analysis, predictive modeling with the help of machine learning. So what exactly a data scientist is doing? He is trying to extract valuable insights. So maybe he's working towards pricing modeling, or we can say price optimization. So what pricing a company need to go for in order to have a huge amount of sales for their product? So now we are trying to sell medicine. For example, I'm trying to sell medicine. With this medicine, what exactly the another medicine combination I need to sell it in order to have a better sales? Even a data scientist is going to do that. He's trying to grab insights from the large data sets. Not really. Even one more area of work, what exactly data scientist is doing is, so now maybe on the next month, what going to be the demand of our product? So like based on a weekend, what going to be our demand? So like how much milk we want to manufacture or produce. So for the next 2 years or for the next 1 year or for the next 1 quarter, what exactly to be done? So a data scientist is primarily working on extracting insights, even using machine learning. So we all know machine learning is a branch of AI. So machine learning comes into a branch of AI. If you take this is your AI, and under this AI, you got a sub branch, which I'm calling it as ML. And under the sub branch of ML, you got DL. And within the DL sub branch, we got Gen AI. In simple, this is the flow. Now, data scientist is using a sub branch of AI, which is ML, in order to perform predictive modeling. So, in order to extract the meaningful insights, he's doing. And apart from it, he's working on one more called as informed decision making or predict the trend. That's what we are saying. Hey, what is the demand of a product? He's predicting the trend. So he's helping us in price optimization. He's helping in what exactly in which location we need to target to get a better returns of our product. So like he's helping us to make a proper decision making. And not only that, he's helping us to perform real-time analytical companies uses. So our data science to track key performance indicators. So like we are trying to track various KPIs, key performance indicators. So now if you look at this point, every company, so now whether the recession and all this, every company want KPIs to be measured. So they want a data scientist. And every company, so even under the trouble, they want to make a proper informed decisions. They want to save the money and they want to do the best out of the business. So like they want data scientists. So still there is a need of data science. So like we cannot say, hey, data scientist is going to be automated, it can be replaced. So data scientists are there from a very long time. Why? So if I want to make my business, so if I want to make a value decision making or an informed decision making, instead of blindly going with the decision making, I want a data scientist to analyze this huge amount of data. So there is a need of data science. But people are finding it a bit challenging. Man, yes, we want a data scientist, but this Gen AI can replace it. That's not really true. So now the reason why Gen AI cannot replace a data scientist, the one major reason is, so data scientist is not of programming. He is not of SQL. He is not of statistics. He is more of a brain. He is more of what exactly I need to use it between stats or Python or machine learning in order to help the business to grow. So data scientists are pretty much inclined towards how we can grow the business, how we can add a value with the available amount of data. That is the primary goal of a data scientist. I hope you got an idea. Now, let's try to understand the second one, what an AI person is doing. So what exactly the AI guy is trying to do? Let's try to understand here. So AI primarily focusing on creating intelligent system that can mimic human-like behavior. All right. So artificial intelligence is trying to focus towards mimicking human-like of behavior with the help of, so what exactly AI is doing? In simple, it is trying to perform automations. It is able to perform automations. It is able to provide recommendation system. That's what your Netflix is doing. So based on your views, you are able to get a recommendation. Or YouTube is doing, or Instagram is doing. So they are trying to work on recommendation. Or we are able to build chatbots. So like with the help of chatbots, we are able to remove some of the support team, not entirely, but a bit of support can be automated with the help of chatbots. So we are able to detect the fraud. We are able to perform anomaly detection. Nowadays, anomaly detection is a segment of your data science. Now, with the help of even Gen AI, we are able to perform anomaly detection. Even with the help of computer vision, we are able to perform anomaly detection. So like even it's all ML concept, practically speaking. So AI in simple is focusing towards automation, and data science is focusing towards providing a valuable insights or to provide an informed decisions to your clients. In simple, this is the difference. Now, let's try to understand. So now if you go back to this particular example, whatever I said here, so now data science is trying to work on this AI projects. Why? Now, if you look into it as a data scientist, so there are two different segments. Now, if my entire role is only on providing informed decisions, that's well and good. So like you make informed decisions, but clients always look for, hey, Kant, if you don't mind, if we are going near a client, they're going to say, Kant, all right, so we are already implementing informed decisions and the entire market is towards generative AI. Everyone is towards creating a Gen AI chatbots and all that. Is there a way that we can implement generative AI in our company? So now whatever the data science projects we are working, so they want real-time dashboards, they want real-time analytics. Now they want to even create this generative AI chatbot. So now what are these generative AI chatbots? Let's say we are working with a healthcare client. Now we are already creating some dashboards and all that to our healthcare client. Now suddenly the healthcare client said, hey, we want to build a chatbot where exactly the chatbot is able to speak and it is able to sell our products within the chatbot. Now, what we need to do, we want to perform prompt engineering. So why we want to perform prompt engineering is very simple. Now, we all are using ChatGPT. If I ask a question, it's going to give me a very big paragraph. Just imagine you went to a chatbot, healthcare chatbot, you are asking a question, it is giving a very big paragraph. It's a very time-consuming task, and as well as it is pretty much expensive. The reason why it is expensive is your OpenAI or any of this LLM providers or this GPT providers, they're going to charge the money based on the number of tokens. Means like the number of, each token is called as 4 characters in simple. I don't want to go in that depth. So like in simple, token is called as 4 characters is called as a token. In simple, if you take prompt, so PROM can be taken as 1 token. So PT space E going to be taken as another token. So it's going to have so now if you are giving a very lengthy one, it's going to charge us more money. The lesser one, it's going to charge us less money. That is one thing. So when you're looking at a billing wise, there is one advantage as well as a disadvantage. And the second one is, apart from the money, now a user, for example, I'm just getting into a healthcare website and chatting, it's like very lengthy. There is no point, right? So it need to be customized to the users. And there are not one user. There are different types of users. I want to customize. If a user asks a prompt, I need to customize the behavior of LLM based on each and every type of user. So I need to think and I want to write various examples. So I need to go and I need to write various examples. So which we are calling it as few short prompt. So what exactly meant by few short prompt is, now you are trying to provide an example to your LLM. So how exactly the answer need to look like? If you see this, if someone is giving a prompt, input equal to 2 plus 2, so don't just give a very big paragraph. In simple, give an output as just say 4. Don't just give a very big paragraph. If someone is asking a question, input this one. So I'm giving multiple examples. This is one. So in the similar way, like we have various prompt examples. So what we do, if a person is asking, can you tell me about heart attack? Or can you tell me about what medicines to take for a heart attack? Or I'm this patient, what to be done? So you should not give like your regular chat GPT a very big paragraph. It need to be crisp. It need to be to the point. It need to be very simple. So how can we do that? So the data scientists or AI guys, now there is a difference now. I'm not saying data scientists or I'm not saying AI. So this can be done by AI people especially, or nowadays data scientists are getting into this Gen AI and they are doing this work. The reason why, now they are working on automation, they are helping the companies so to work on the automations or to work on recommendations. So for that reason, they are using the existing data scientists to perform this kind of activities. Now we are calling it as dynamic few short prompt. If anyone is asking a question, if a user is going and asking a question to the LLM, if they're giving a prompt as 2 plus 2, it's going to give an answer just 4. It may not take very big thing. In the similar way, now data scientists said he understand different types of users and different type of responses a doctor going to give it. He imagine and he write down all these examples and we feed this example to an LLM. So whenever someone asks a question, it checks from this examples, and if whatever the question user asks, if it is there in this example, so it's only example. I'm not saying the same question. Similar question, the example if it saw, it is able to give a similar kind of response. That's what we are calling it as prompt engineering here. So the prompt engineering helps, very important for any company. If I want to build a chatbot, especially to be customized to me, I want a prompt engineer to sit and to create all these examples. That's very time consuming task. And the next one, apart from it, we are calling it as a RAG implementation. What is RAG implementation is? Now you have LLM. So LLM got trained from all the internet available data in simple. Now, if I ask a question, can you tell me about healthcare? Can you tell me about what medicine I need to take? It can give an answer, something it may not give. Now, if I ask it, hey, can you tell, for example, I'm working in a company. Hey, can you tell me about number of leaves the company is having? It's going to give in general internet examples. No, whatever the leaves I'm trying to say, it need to be specific to my company. Hey, how many, for example, sick leaves we are having and how much you charge it for each sick leave, or how many holidays we have it, or public holidays, everything related to the company. If I want to ask, it cannot be an internal data. It need to be a specific company data. Then what we do, we build RAG implementation. LLM, so now this is your chatbot in simple. This is your chatbot. So the user is asking a question to your chatbot. So I am calling it as LLM. Then what LLM going to do? It's going to check for an external data. I'm calling it as ED. What is external data? You are providing your company document, or you are providing your healthcare medical document of your company. So it's going to check the answer from this healthcare external data, and it's going to give a response. It's going to provide an answer, or it's going to provide a response. So from this external data, we are calling it as RAG architecture. So now if I want to do recommendations, they are using RAG architecture to provide dynamic recommendations. So with the help of generative AI. So now, for example, based on the user's data, based on the user's information and all that, so what people are doing, even we can feed SQL data within that. And based on SQL data, by using generative AI, we are able to do cross-selling, upselling, recommendation engine. We are able to do with the help of generative AI. What is cross-selling and upselling? Now there is a customer. For example, I'm buying a, for example, phone. So what is a combinational products I can buy? I can buy a screen card. I can buy a what is that case, I can buy it. Or I can buy an earphones, or I can buy some speaker. They are cross-selling. What is upselling? Now I'm trying to buy, I'm going to a movie. So movie is one product. You are trying to sell popcorn. You are trying to sell tons of cross-selling. And what is upselling is, so now you are trying to buy a small popcorn. They are trying to say, hey man, why you are going with small one? Try to go with a medium one or a bigger one. There you're going to have a less amount of pricing, upselling. So now we are able to do cross-selling and upselling, even recommendations with the help of generative AI and by using RAG architecture. Data scientists are working on that. So, or you can say AI, but it's a combination of both. Anyone can work on it. So that's the reason nowadays the roles are not like data science or AI. We can see a data scientist can do Gen AI role, a AI guy is doing data science role. There is, so how that differentiation or the how boundary going to come based on the company. It's not really based on the title, it's based on the company you're going and working. And then we got agentic architecture. So before going to agentic, let me show you RAG. Here in the RAG, what we are doing, I'm collecting some external data. So this is my RAG architecture where I'm collecting some external data. And if we are asking a question, so now here I'm asking type of memory, it is going back and it is pulling some similar documents. And based on the similar documents, we are feeding that similar documents inside our LLM. So LLM going to take the information of that similar documents, it look at that, it understands it, and it's going to give a summarization of all that documents. So that can be called as RAG. So instead of just giving an answer as it is by an LLM, it is trying to refer to the external document, understanding it, and it is giving a response. If the data is not there from that external document, it can simply say, I don't know, or it can still use its own knowledge. We can customize that. So if you want your LLM to rely purely on external document, it can do that. No, if it is there, external. If it is not there, LLM's intelligence. We can do those kind of activities as well. And then we got another one, which we are calling agentic architecture. What exactly meant by this agentic architecture? Here we go. You can see agentic architecture. What exactly meant by this agentic architectures are, now generative AI is, if you are giving a text, or if I simply say, if I'm giving a text, it is able to complete that text. If I'm asking, write a code on Python, it can write a code. So it is, we are calling it as self-supervised learning. If you are giving one part of the data, it is generating another part of the data. That's what your regular Gen AI or prompt engineering or RAG, they are doing it. Now, what is this agentic architecture are? They are able to perform an activity. What do you mean by activity? Now, if I take a simple example, write a Python code to clean the data. If I just ask it, what exactly it's going to write a code to me, where I need to copy that code, I need to run it. So in order to get the cleaning work, if there are any errors, again, I need to paste that error inside LLM. And again, it's going to fix an error. Again, I copy that, I run it. Now, what are agents are? Agents can perform tasks. Instead of providing a text, it is able to complete a task. And what exactly agent's going to do? It's simply a LLM. So it's going to take the data, it's going to pass into LLM until we get that task completed. So we are able to feed to the LLM series of inputs until the task is completed. So with the help of agentic architecture, we are able to automate the workflows. So now what people are doing is, now we are able to build agents with LangChains. We are able to build even build agents to perform some activities within Slack. We are able to build agents to automate within SQL, within Python. Now here we go. This is one of a small agent. If you look at this, here you can see there is a small agent here. What exactly this agent is doing? Now I'm just calling Pandas data frame agent. So what exactly this agent is? It's a Pandas data frame agent. Now we have an LLM, and inside that I'm just asking clean the question mark values in the dataset. I just provided a prompt. And what agent is doing? The regular ChatGPT or LLM, it's going to give a code to it to clean your question marks. But what agents are doing? It is able to perform all the activities internally. And finally, it is saying, clean the question mark values. So the dataset has been cleaned by replacing the question mark values with NaN. So now if I give an activity, it is able to complete it. And again, the same thing, remove the null values. Another prompt I gave it. It is said, remove the null values prompt. Yes, null values have been removed from the data frame. If you want to save it, you can save it. So now again, I'm asking, create me EDA with visualizations. Again, I'm using an agent. It is able to create me the visualizations. So correlation metrics, deploy, all this, it is able to perform it. So now these are called agents. If you are able to provide an input, it is able to complete a task. It is able to automate a workflow. So that's going to be again the future of Gen AI, where some of the people are working on agentic architecture. Agentic architecture is still at an early stage. So most of the data scientists are working towards this Gen AI use cases on prompt engineering or chatbot or RAG architecture. And some are working a bit on SLMs. I don't say SLMs are for data science, but they are more of AI driven. So, like data scientists are using this kind of segments within AI. So, now if you ask me a question, can't a data scientist, I'm a data scientist, for example. Now, do company fire a data scientist? Not really. Now, why? You're adding a value. Unless you're not adding any value to a company, they may fire you. But if you're adding a value, for sure, you are a valuable resource in any company. I hope this got you some idea about how this future of data science is, how data science is advancing into a bit of AI. So like people who are preparing data science, please include even this elements while you're doing it. And existing data scientists, please, even if you are lacking, please upskill yourself and get into this. You can go through the resources, internet free resources, and you're able to get some knowledge out of it. Thank you so much. If you like this content, please do comment and share, and even please subscribe to my YouTube channel.